let's dive into, and I was really excited when you brought this up, the best 5 rap albums in the last 5 years.
Yes.
And when I did my research, Adam, I told you I was so excited. I spent like an hour and 30 minutes just going through all the incredible albums that we got. And hip hop, it's alive, man. It's just a bad
Yeah.
year for 2023, just one bad year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it stays up in 2024.
I definitely forgot some. I
Mhm.
I didn't do as much research. I was just trying to think top of my head the last 3 years. Was
Yep.
because 5 years ago, that's like 2018. That's a lot
You
of
know what's
albums.
funny? I think both of us, majority of our albums are gonna come from 2018.
Yeah, I don't even know is that like is Astroworld 2018 and Swimming
Yep,
and all
come
those?
on now. Yep.
Mine are all just 2020s. I did not go back to those years. That Daytona, like, that whole year is crazy.
Yeah.
This is what I have. It's all
Mhm,
2020s. Forever Story, JID.
mhm.
It's Almost Dry, Pusha T. Off Season, J. Cole. Mr. Morale. Love for Rent, Smino. This is well, I guess in that 5-year time span, Alfredo came out, which is, like,
Mhm,
one of my favorite albums of all time. I also wrote SSS, which didn't get that much love when Freddie dropped it, but,
mhm.
like, I love the album. Just a
Yeah.
straight rap album. And More Black Superheroes by Westside Gunn. Or no, Westside Boogie, sorry.
Yep, Westside
Love that
Boogie.
album.
Mhm.
You were definitely about to name some that the one behind me, Call Me If You Get Lost. Trying to think what else is behind me. Uh, yeah, I think that's good.
Not
Revenge of the
not the Big
Dreamers.
Steppers, you just skip.
Yeah. No, I said Mr. Morale. I said Mr. Morale.
Okay, okay,
Revenge
okay.
I will die on this hill, but Revenge of the Dreamers
Mhm,
for its, like, impact of what they did all around it with the documentary, I
mhm.
think is a classic album because
Yeah,
it puts so many of those type of artists on, has so many producers, and it's just the coolest thing ever. They
yeah.
invited all these artists and they cooked up and made amazing songs. But what am I forgetting? 'Cause I'm definitely forgetting. 444, is
So,
that 5 years?
2017.
Okay, it's out of there.
Yeah, but this is my top 5, and this is in no order, of course.
Okay.
Travis Scott, Astroworld,
Yeah.
Mac Miller, Swimming,
Yeah.
Pusha T, Daytona,
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs, Bandana,
Is that
and
5
the
years?
big mi Yep, I know, it's crazy, it's within
Wow.
5 years. And then, Tana Talk 3, Benny the Butcher, 2018. So 4 out
Real
of my
okay.
albums were 2018, Bandana
That's
was
crazy.
2019.
What a
And let
year.
me tell you, these albums and the albums I'm gonna share for my bonus, I just look at them and I think hip hop is still at its peak.
Yeah.
It's not gone down at all. I'm surprised you picked It's Dry over Daytona, but that
I
2018 year was special.
I will say I did not realize we were doing, like, until 2018 and
Well, you
that was
said 5
included.
was it 5 years that you
No, it did
said?
say 5 years. I just don't think mentally I just
Okay.
thought 2020. Uh,
Yeah.
but I will say It's Almost Dry
Mhm.
for to follow up Daytona, I think the only skip on it is Rock and Roll, but some people actually like that
Mhm.
song with Kanye and Cudi. It is amazing, and I saw it
Yeah.
twice on tour, so I might have a different personal connection with enjoying it.
Mhm.
I love Push. But yeah,
Yeah.
who are your
Mhm.
bonuses?
My bonuses, first, I wanna give a shout out to, of course, I think 2 of the best rappers of this decade. Of course, everyone wants to talk about J. Cole, Kendrick, and, Drake, but these guys, Ka and Rock
Okay.
Marciano,
Yeah.
they have been doing this for so long and at such a high level. I'm not sure how big of a fan you'll be of these 2. Mostly you'll be a fan of
I
Rock
like Rock Marcy.
Marciano. Yep, and
I don't know
it's more
Ka as
so
well.
on that Griselda,
Yeah.
space. It's very gritty, underground 90s, Mobb Deep hip hop,
Mhm.
and Ka dropped The Descendants of Cain and Orpheus vs. the Sirens with Animals, the producer, and then, of course, Rock Marciano dropped The Elephant's Man's
Fire.
Bones. So
Great
good.
album.
Mhm.
Quantum Leap on that album.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of Griselda type albums I can name.
Mhm.
Uh, the Boldy James has a few that are great.
Mhm.
Pray for Paris I would throw in there.
Yep.
The Black I can't From King to a God by Conway. Is that what it's
Mhm.
called?
Mhm.
Maybe. That one. I think I had another one in my head. But yeah, those that lane of rappers is really doing a great job at consistently putting out great content.
Mhm.
That's like great music that sticks around for a pretty long time. Oh, Stove God Cooks, Reasonable Drought, which is
Yep.
executive produced by Rock Marcy.
Mhm.
He's an acquired taste, but I'm the taste. Like I like it.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
And I'm not sure if we mentioned him already, but I feel like we have to. Maybe in the influential conversation, Tyler the Creator. This guy
Yeah.
went 3 for 3, Flower Boy,
Igor.
all in
Yeah.
Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost. He's different. He's on a different level and on a trajectory to
Yeah.
maybe become that top 3 spot. And it's ironic, right? And this is where we can have this Travis conversation too. That 4th place spot was Travis. Now, to
Yeah.
me, it's Tyler. 5th, Travis. Now he dropped Utopia. How
Yeah.
do you feel?
I will say I don't wanna slight Travis at all because Travis is
Mhm.
an amazing artist,
Of
but I
course.
think Travis gets the label of, like, this huge experimentation artist that,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, what's this album gonna sound like?" I think it kind of ends up sounding kind of s like, I think we all thought Utopia was gonna have this whole crazy futuristic sound,
Mhm.
and it sounded similar to Astroworld, similar to his Kanye influence, versus Tyler, the Creator. I generally don't know what the next album will sound like. This
Yeah.
dude drops, like, a beautiful California-sounding Flower Boy. Love it. Then he drops an album that is not rap at all, but is labeled as a rap album in Igor. That is not what
Yep.
anyone was expecting.
Mhm.
And then he goes drops a straight rap album inspired by that West Side Gun, Griselda type music.
Mhm.
So, this next album, fuck, Tyler could mess around and make a pop album,
Mhm.
like, even more pop, than what Igor would be considered,
Mhm.
and it wouldn't surprise me, and he probably would execute it really well. He could do a jazz album, so I generally like, he's probably the only artist where I'm like, "Where the hell is he gonna go next?"
Yeah.
Cole, with the Fall Off, I can anticipate what it will sound like,
Mhm.
and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not what I hope it sounds like,
Mhm.
but, yeah, Tyler, it's like, what Mac Miller's an artist like that too.
Yep.
What was Mac Miller gonna do next? He was at the peak of his skill,
Yeah, and he was really on the alternative wave. He kinda
yeah,
left rap for a little bit to do
but
the swimming, circles.
there was
Yeah.
rumors that there was a 3rd album that was supposed to complete Swimming in Circles,
Mhm.
and it was gonna be straight rap because the song Programs dropped as a single,
Yeah,
if you know that
programs.
song, and that
Mhm.
was supposed to be, like, maybe a single to this whole rap album project that he was
Yeah,
gonna do, and I could talk about that for hours. He was gonna
I
be
know.
so much more special than how special he already was.
Mhm. I miss that man a lot. Rest in peace to Mac. And, regarding Tyler, I think he's the one who's carrying hip hop on his back apart from the big 3. He's the guy that everyone's looking up to. For J. Cole, I don't know what this next album will sound like. I know it will sound mature. If I can think of a
Mhm,
track that this album will sound like, I think of Middle Child. That was the start. Like, when J. Cole dropped that
yeah,
song, that was when everyone stopped putting, J. Cole at number 3. That was a song where everyone was like, "Okay, J. Cole is on some type of wavelength that people aren't gonna be able to touch
mhm,
him." And if he continues that for the fall off, man, I cannot wait.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even for that song, it's not even what I expect because it's a
Mhm,
melodic trap sounding rap J. Cole song,
mhm,
which he did get into on the off season with, like, Amari and songs
mhm,
like that. I feel like he's just gonna be rapping his ass off, but maybe that's just what I want from him.
mhm.
I have full faith.
Yeah.
I'm a stan. He can drop anything. He
Mhm.
can drop more
And I
kook
want
bars. I'll be on it.
and I wanna list a couple more artists just so I know I got them out of my chest. One being what's going on in the UK with Dave, Stormzy, and
Mhm.
Lil Sims. They have been eating over
Fire.
there, and they've been dominating for the last 5 years.
Trying to think,
And
do I have
then
anyone
mhm.
any oh, keep going.
Okay, okay, I'll keep going. Who else was gonna say? Oh yes, funny because the guy I'm about to say, but when he announced the album came out and it happened to be a collaboration project with Jay Z, this album has forever been one of my favorites of this decade, and that's Written Testimony by Jay Electronica.
It's good.
Um,
It's good.
yep,
He does
yeah. Apart
he
from
does
being,
not he
anti-Semitic.
yeah, he does not like Jewish people, but it's a good album.
Yeah.
I mean, my problem with that album, I hate when artists do this. It happens though.
Mhm,
If you haven't dropped an album in 10 years,
mhm,
10,
yeah.
Jay-Z cannot have the first word spoken on your album.
Bruh, I don't care. It slaps. I don't.
Yeah, it's a good album. He's
Yeah.
a he's a good rapper, fuck.
Yeah, he's the ultimate mysterious rapper, and, I think that kind of concludes my list. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else. Nas Magic, that was an incredible album.
Yeah.
Eve's, r
Was Tribe Called Quest, Thank You Now for Your Service, was that
yes.
5
Ooh, I think that
years?
was 2017.
'Cause
Yep,
that album,
2017. Yeah.
it is so good.
Mhm.
For a group to come back 20 years later,
Yeah.
and it didn't they didn't nominate it for a Grammy after they also asked them to perform at the Grammys because
Mhm.
the Grammys suck. How do you not
Yep.
look what's nominated this year, and they didn't nominate that Tribe album. That's
It's
insane.
sad. It came out 2016. Rest in peace to Phife
Oh, that's
Dawg.
way longer than I thought.
Yeah, it's, excellent album, and I know, Q-Tip was pissed because it didn't win, and the Grammys do this all the
It
time. They
wasn't even that they
invite
didn't win.
people.
They weren't nominated, I don't think,
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. They weren't nominated
and
at
they
all.
were
Yeah,
asked to
mhm.
perform, and it's pretty hard to I know Travis dealt with that too. Travis performed at the awards and then lost with Astroworld, so I
Mhm.
think he was pissed, which is
Yeah,
understandable.
let me include this too because I wanna say this. Travis has had an incredible career, and his whole entire if you look at his whole entire career, he's done it right. There's nothing he did wrong, but I feel so bad because
And one thing.
what's one thing? Oh,
I mean, it was a pretty big one thing.
oh. I got you, but apart
I was
from
like
that,
yeah,
in terms of
otherwise,
music
he's done well.
specifically, he's done
He's
well.
done well.
I just feel bad because I don't think he can go up after Astroworld. That album was
It's hard.
too we're gonna look back and we're gonna say, "Yeah, that was
Bro,
a classic album. That was a moment in
it
time."
is.
Yep.
Slappers. Hit
Mhm.
song after hit song. It is I was thinking about this the other day because I was listening to Can't Say.
Yep.
There's not like, this new Jack song, it's a different type of slapper, it's more of a pop
Mhm.
slapper, and maybe first person like, I don't know, it was a song like, every song that's, like, on that album could have been a top 10 song at one point this year.